Former Egyptian President Hosni Mubarak was transferred yesterday from prison to a hospital. There are conflicting reports on whether the state of his health. Some are saying he is clinically dead, but this is all feeding into the ongoing evolution of a move to democracy in Egypt and what will happen in terms of the certification of the results of that country's presidential election. Let's go now to Charles Levinson in Cairo. Charles, what's the latest there?
Well, after a night of sort of conflicting reports, Mr. Mubarak was pronounced clinically dead, and then reports came out that he wasn't, that he was actually appeared to be recovering. Now we hear he's in critical condition, but alive. So there's a lot of uncertainty, a lot of conflicting messages, and after sort of a night of furious reports, now we're sort of getting very little information.
Right. Charles, the health of the former president, I guess, is really being seen as potentially being used by either side in the overall political situation, and that seems to be casting sort of doubt on whether or not the reports about his condition are true.
Well, these reports have come out periodically in recent weeks. Some have seen sort of a suspicious timing between the reports. They seem to come at sort of pivotal moments in Egypt's transition. Right now, the country is on edge, waiting for these official results in the presidential elections. Perhaps some speculate that Mubarak's, if Mubarak were to die, it might trigger some sympathy for Mr. Mubarak and perhaps calm the popular sentiment against the old regime. Perhaps no one's really sure. It's really hard to figure out what is really happening and what might be the calculations of people, unseen powers behind the old regime.
Sentiment, a key point. What is the mood like, for example, say in Tahrir Square?
Well, last night there was a big demonstration in the square. It included the Muslim Brothers and a lot of the secular revolutionary forces. It was sort of a rare show of unity between them. And the mood, they were denouncing the military's recent moves to consolidate power. They were also voicing support for, the Muslim Brotherhood's presidential candidate, Mohammed Morsi. Morsi has claimed victory in the election and put out pretty convincing numbers and accounts of the results from every polling station across the country. But his rival, former Prime Minister Ahmed Shafiq, is also claiming victory, and now the country's waiting for the Presidential Election Commission, which is headed by a Mubarak appointee to rule.
We're just looking at Morsi there.
Hello,
Charles. So one thing also is now that the presidential election, the results are due to be certified, I think it's on Thursday. Is that likely to happen? How does this all play into that crucial decision?
Well, I mean, that decision, that's going to be sort of the make or break moment in this process. After Morsi has come out and claimed victory and released numbers that seem to have sort of the seal of approval from international and independent poll monitors, if the election commission comes out and claims the election for Shafiq, it's liable to provoke widespread protest, possibly unrest. It's really unpredictable what will happen in that case. They've said they're going to announce the results on Thursday. They said they might delay it as well. So the country is really on edge waiting for this announcement.